Okay, so we're in Project 3, the Hatch show print State Fair poster, and I just want to show you guys how to process your images so that you can kind of create this interesting bitmap threshold effect that you can colorize in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to I'm in Photoshop, and I'm just going to go File, Open, right? And I'm going to go to the desktop, and here's my folder with my assets. And so in the asset folder is this demo file called Carnival Raw TIFF, and I'm just going to open that up. And it opens it up in Photoshop, and I'm just going to select the whole thing. And I can either, go select all, right? Or I can get the selection, right, the rectangular marquee tool, and I can just swipe over the whole thing, whatever is easier for you. So I've selected it, and I'm going to copy it into memory. So edit, copy, and then I want to I don't want to edit my master. I need to keep my master. I want to edit a copy of it. So I'm going to go File, New, and then I'm going to click on the clipboard because Photoshop understands that something was put in the clipboard and it can create a file based on what's in the clipboard. So I'll just click on that. You might have to click it twice. And so there's a new file with the same dimensions as our image that we've copied onto the clipboard. And then I'm just going to go edit, paste, right? And it just dumps it on there for me. And so the first thing that I need to do is I just want to basically go mode, and I'm going to go grayscale because I need to get rid of all this color information if I'm going to turn it into a bitmap. And I'll choose flatten, and I'll choose discard, and then you can see here that I now have a black and white image. And now I need to kind of create a threshold so that I can kind of create 3 levels or 3 layers of detail. So again, I'm going to go Image, Adjust, Threshold, and my first image is going to be set at 17. So in the threshold layer, I'm just going to type in 17, and you'll notice that when I do that, a lot of that excess detail kind of disappears, and I can see very clearly that it's a carnival ride with people kind of swinging around. And I'm just going to hit OK, and so there's my basic image that's been processed, and now I'm going to save it out. So I'm going to go Image, Mode, Bitmap, and I'm not going to change anything in the resolution. I'm going to choose Diffusion Dither as the way that it's going to draw the bitmap. I'm going to say OK. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just save it out as a Photoshop file. So File, I'm just going to say Save it as, and again, I'm going to place it in my asset folder, right, with my raw, and I'm just going to call it Carnival underscore, let's make sure I spell this right, Carnival underscore threshold, right, or you could call it bitmap, and I'm going to call it 17 because that's the first. That's the way that we set the levels on this image. And I'm just going to hit save. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing to each document. So I'm going to go back to my master. It's still selected. I can copy it, Command C, right, or edit copy. I can create a new file, right? I can either go File, New, or Command N. And then I'll double click on that clipboard icon. And I'm going to paste Command V, right? I'm just trying to do things as quickly as possible. And again, Image, Adjust, Image Mode, Grayscale. I'm going to flatten. I'm going to discard the color data, then Image, Adjust, Threshold. And my second image that I'm going to make is going to be set to 33. So threshold level 33. And I'm just going to choose OK, right? And then I'm going to save it out. So Image Mode, Bitmap. Keep the resolution, keep diffusion dither, OK. Right, so it's writing the bitmap, and then File, Save As, and I'm going to call this Carnival underscore threshold underscore 33. And you'll notice that I'm just saving it as a PSD file, right? In format, I'm just saving it as Photoshop, and I'm just going to hit save. And I'll do that a third time to make the 3 images. So I'll go back to my master. I'm going to copy, right? So edit, copy. It's already highlighted from the first time. And then File, New, and I'll double click on the clipboard and then Edit, Paste. I'm just pasting it off of the clipboard. And then again, Image, Mode, Grayscale, Flatten, Discard. So I got a black image, black and white image, then Image, Adjust, Threshold. And then this time I'm going to create a darker image, and so you'll notice that in the threshold, the level is set at 128. That's kind of the default. But for the final image, I'm going to set it to 93, right? So we got rid of a lot of that interference in the background. It still helps clean it up a little bit, okay? And then Image, Mode, Bitmap. Leave that alone, 72, diffusion dither, okay. And then I'll save it out. So save as, right, and I'm putting it in that asset folder. And again, Carnival, and then, right, and then threshold, and then underscore 93. And I'm saving it as a Photoshop file. And I'm just going to hit save. So I have my 3 images, I have the master image, which is untouched, right? And then I have my 3 threshold images that are set at 17, 33, and 93. So the next step, we're going to place it into Illustrator.